So depression has become so common in these modern days, especially in the Western world. And you may be getting some therapy, or even you might be on medication. But many people are really suffering because nothing can be changed. And I have been working with some clients, and also from my experience, I would like to share today like 4 ways to overcome your current state of feeling down or going through depression from ancient Japanese life philosophy perspective. So this would help you to overcome. But no excuses. That's, well, I can't get up in the morning, or I cannot do this, I cannot do that because I'm feeling so down. So I would like you to stop, first of all, of these I can't, and just to be open to listen to this, and then engage and introduce these activities proactively. So if you like to improve the situation, or if you want to help others, these 4 very simple, and in a way it is so simple and you may not believe it, but then it has become really effective. So, number 1, in Japanese we say SOUJI, it's also kiyomeru, means cleaning, purification. In my other video, I have also talked so many times about the importance of getting our environment, our living environment, clean and tidy so that our energy can flow smoothly. Especially when you're feeling down and when you feel, of course, tired and no energy and don't feel like anything. And then when we are in this kind of state, even when we are stressed or burnout, you look around your room, house, and it just gets cluttered. And also maybe your sink full of dishes and dirty dishes, etc. So that's also bring you down. And the first most important thing is to start cleaning and tidying up your environment. No excuses. Absolutely no excuses. If you can't move physically, you can also start cleaning your own yourself, getting shower or bath and clean yourself first, then start working on your environment. It can be just making bed or even small tiny things, washing your dishes, washing your cup, etc. And as I have experienced before, if you go to Japanese temple, and if you stay in a temple, you see the Japanese monks in the morning, first things what they do is cleaning. So cleaning is a fundamental task that we human beings can do, and also to bring our energy flow more beautiful. So first, start cleaning and tidying up your environment. So you might think, especially when people are down, feeling down or depressed, intellectually you're thinking, what can I do about mindfulness, meditation, etc. But it's not about just intellectual engagement, but really we need physical engagement as well. So no excuses, just start tidying up and cleaning. So just to take care of yourself and also your living environment. That's number 1. And that also brings your self-confidence. When you tidy up, when you clean your environment, you immediately feel good. No matter what background you have, and doesn't matter any cultural background, a religious background, you just feel good. And even for children and also adults. And so this is universal, you feel good. Number 2, in Japanese, it's called ga, the self. So egoic self. When we are feeling down, depressed, etc., and it can be a mourning process when you have lost someone really dear. And also, I went through last year. Then when we have this sad moment in life, we also go through, but doesn't have to be depression, so we have these moments up and down, but when you feel this continuous depression without any reasons, and this is the time that you really have to take your actions. And often, when you're depressed, you feel like, oh, I am not good enough, or why am I in this state, or why am I not getting that? And lots of self-talk, and everything is focused on yourself. And when you go to talk to the therapist, you look at your life and your past experiences, your childhood. Yes, these are also important. However, from the Japanese ancient perspective, we see our life as a thread. So we exist because we have parents, we have grandparents, and our ancestors. So our life here, okay, we have this physical body, but we exist thanks to, without our parents, we had not been in this earth, and we exist because of our ancestors. So our DNAs, and we are a continuation of our ancestors. And also we are a part of nature. So especially when we are feeling sad and feeling really totally down, and you might feeling totally alone and not connected to anybody else, because your situation can be very unique. It's me, my life. And even you cannot talk, or maybe your friends your friend also don't understand what you're going through, and you may not have friends, and you also don't get on well with your family, etc. Then you might be feeling totally alone, my life alone. So when you're feeling that way, it's time to really stop and then consider and just start changing the perspective of how you see your life. It's not just me, and we have parents, we have siblings, and we are connected. We don't see it. Our body are separate, but our energy is also connected. Also, we are carrying over, for example, the traumatic events maybe your parents had went through, grandparents, and also our mind, our energy are complex. And it is not just me in this life, and it is the chain of the life that we are actually living from our ancestors as well. And the part of nature, part of universe, we are connected. So it is time to see our life, ourselves, as a part of this universe, as part of nature, and we are connected and not alone. Number 3 is your daily routine, especially when you are going through some sad, low moment and you don't feel like doing anything. And you might try to rest as much as possible. That might be okay. However, if you really want to overcome, I would highly recommend to make a schedule for a day and plan, because when you're depressed, your mind is overactive, and often your brain and what you think are really not connected to your body and your physical body, and it just becomes too overactive. So it is important. So then your thoughts goes really down, because the more you think, the more you feel down or bad. And so if you want to get out of this cycle, it is the time to create a new cycle, and especially with physical activities. So you can even, like in the morning, what time you get up, and after you get up, what you're going to do, and also activities. It's up to you, but maybe you can even make a plan for every hour what you're going to do. And then incorporate, for example, like cleanings or physical activities. We can also do meditation, whatever you need to do. But then it is when you establish this routine, you go through and you create and you will think less. And then you become really spending the time in the moment, because then once you make a plan, then you can focus on what you are supposed to do. So you can also, if you are taking time off from your work and you have plenty of time to rest, then you can also have resting time, but maybe you can also bring the time for cleaning. And if you like to write, I recommend journaling. You can have the time for journaling, you can have time for listening to music and playing the music, or any activity. If you like to cook, if you like to have the food in certain times, so you can also allocate the time to have lunch, for example, dinner, and what you're going to make. And you can also allocate the time to plan your meal, go shopping, grocery shopping, and make your own healthy food routine as well. So the third one is another activity, which is to make a new habit and a routine. So the daily routines, and monitor, maybe weekly, what you're going to do. But if you really make, this is proactive. It's not just being passively asking your coach or your therapist to help you, but it is about yourself making your own life in your own hands, and then make your own plan, and then focus on this moment and engage in what you're supposed to be doing. And that helps to bring your vibration in different way. So you can feel really low, but then once you become active and engage in your activity, and your energy level goes up as well. So you can experiment that. And the last one, number 4, KOTODAMA, the power of words or spirit of words. It's actually in my book, page 57 of my book, KOTODAMA, the power of words. Koto is the kanji symbol for say, and dama means spirit. KOTODAMA as a phrase that stands for the spirit that words carry, the power of words. So I'm not talking about not only the words we use, verbalize, but also the words we are using in our thoughts. So first, you need to observe what kind of words you are using to describe your own situation. I'm depressed, or I don't feel so good, I cannot do this. It's not about denying, but rephrasing to bring you to the healing. So for example, instead of using I'm burnout, or I'm so sick and I cannot, I'm so tired of doing anything. Instead, you can also rephrase your words to make something more proactive, to bring the energy, to bring yourself up. So for example, I need to rest. I'm going to rest. Instead of being burnout, I'm going to rest. So you don't make yourself as a victim. You don't make yourself as somebody who is totally weak, and you can empower yourself with the words that you are using. So that's also bring you the different path. Energetically, you will create different path that you're going to follow through. So instead of saying, oh, I'm so tired, then you can say, oh, I'm going to have some rest. I'm going to have some rest. Then you already feel that I'm actually recharging. Instead of saying I'm tired, and you start feeling, oh, even if it's little bit you're tired, you start feeling you're more tired. So that's also the bad cycle, especially when you are depressed. So if you are feeling depressed, stop using the word maybe depressed. You can just say, oh, I need some rest. I'm resting. And then you can engage. I'm getting my energy. Or maybe you can also say, yeah, I'm actually transforming my energy, or some other way that can make you feel more empowered. So using the power of words, and then you can also, it's a bit like hypnotizing yourself. So it is also different from positive thinking. It is totally different from positive thinking. First, you need to understand your state and accept what kind of state you are. So then if you're feeling sad and if you want to get out of the state you are right now, then proactively choose the words you use for yourself towards the direction of empowering yourself, bringing the strength, bringing courage, rather than being a victim. So it is all about getting everything in your own power and not depending others to fix yourself. So my book, YOSHUKU, is being released this week. And the title, The Japanese Art of Manifesting, but it's not just about manifesting. It is about creating the life you wish. So there are lots of ancient wisdom in this book. For example, about what I mentioned about KOTODAMA. So please have a look and use some of the wisdom that I shared here. And also, if you like to practice what I have talked today, and please consider joining the Japanese Wisdom Academy, where we have weekly online session and you can ask questions directly to me. Thank you for watching and see you next time.